And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be the second part of basically an interview with the team captain of Fly Society, Regulate, also known as Joel. Joel, say it sexy.
Joel.
Oh my god, we're the biggest fucking nerds here. Okay, actually we're the only nerds here, so I guess that would be, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so, what we're going to do right now, we want to talk a little bit about the video, because no one really knows that we ever played Wanfest, or that we ever played against Quantic Leverage. So, so Joel, why don't you go over a little bit about the previous video and the one we're currently watching right now, and basically everything that played out during this whole series.
Okay, guys. Well, before I go into any of this, I want to just let you guys know what we ended up placing in the Wanfest tournament. We actually got second, which is pretty good, because we had a rough tournament. You know, we played against a lot of good teams. The first good team that we played was FaZe. I don't know if you remember the roster, but the roster was actually pretty good. It was Felonies, Nameless, Pluto, and Moonstruck. We ended up beating that team 2-1, I think we did. And the reason we were pretty happy that we won against them was because Cause, remember, used to play with Pluto. So when we beat them, he was pretty happy. So yeah, we ended up beating them 2-1 in you know, in map count and stuff. After that, we went through and we ended up playing against well, yeah, Leverage, which is this one. This one, our last video, if you guys did not watch it, go and watch it. We played in Capture the Flag Bootleg. We ended up winning 2-1 against them. It was a very tough match, but you know, we got through and you know, got the win. So that was pretty good. And in this match, it was a very intense search and destroy. Right now, we're currently watching Caused. You know, we ended up. You're gonna actually see. I'm not gonna tell you. You know, you're gonna see the whole video so you can see for yourself. But you know, this was a very tough match. It was very intense, and you know, there was a lot of smarts to it. As right here, as you can see, he actually died because it was miscommunication. We told him, you know, the guy was to his left. But he was to his left, but it was a little bit like in the corner, you know, and you're going to actually see right now. He's going to pop out and check his left. Watch this right now. And yeah, you know, that's what happened. But,
it's not over.
yeah, you know, pretty much after this, we ended up playing Ground Zero, which was another good roster. It was Bouncy, Parasite, Mutation, which is a BlackOps national champ. And, I forgot their fourth. Striker was, yeah, it was Striker. And we ended up losing to them in the winners. Went down to the losers. They lost in the winners, so we ended up playing them again. And we actually beat them in the losers, you know, got our revenge, and that's how we got second. So that was another very intense match that we actually were trying to look for to put it up to show you guys, but we couldn't. So I'm sorry about that. But, you know, we did pretty good in the Wanfest. That was, in my opinion, the most intense tournament on here. Because, like I said, all the stacked teams were playing at the time. You know, and there's still some pretty good... There's still good teams playing right now, but, you know, not... I mean, I really don't think people are taking it as serious as they did when Wanfest was there. Because when Wanfest was around, everyone was scrimming 24/7. Now, people get on here and there, and they scrim. And they still scrim every day, but not as much as they used to.
Yeah, and honestly, and right now, like with MW3 just not being really that big with esports and the level of popularity that it had on Black Ops, a lot of pros have actually, I guess you can almost say, have taken a break. They say they're in retirement until BlackOps2, but you know, they're really just taking a break. And one player, I can't wait to come back and see what he's gonna do in BlackOps2. And you know who I'm gonna say, but it's gonna be Apathy. I mean,
that's very, very, that's someone I forgot. You know, I miss playing with him. He was, if you guys do not know Apathy, you know, LvG Apathy, Collapse Apathy, Fly Society Apathy. You know?
I was waiting. Didn't he get on Optic for a few days just to expand
and I think he was on Optic as well, yeah. But, you know, he's a very great player. very funny guy. You know, I guess he ended up quitting, but you know, hopefully I see him coming back to Black Ops 2 and you know, doing great things. But I do miss playing with him.
I know, I do too. I miss hanging out with him too. Trust me, I still remember what it took to get him to the very first event, Columbus of 2011.
Definitely.
Oh, let me tell you, that was close. And actually, and it took a lot to get you there too. But you know, let's just say the team went through a lot of BS to get every single player there.
Definitely agree.
But I know, like, I'm glad everyone got there. We ended up placing 9th, and I mean, if our S&D game was just a little bit better, we would have placed top 8. But
I think we would have won the event, to tell you the truth.
I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, we definitely would have been a top contender for that. I mean, we beat Optic Gaming that event. The only team we lost to was Optic Nation and it had to be main stage. But you know, I mean, the fact that we were up early, we practiced, we were all hungry, and the one time where like MLG just kind of like the way they have events formatted just kind of sucks. But you know, I mean, there's a lot of matches they need to get played, and we did everything we could, you know. And honestly, shout out to Gamer Grub. You know, we were munching on that the entire event when we couldn't get food. You know, I love that stuff. I still want more.
Oh, and shout out to VVV.
Yes, and definitely them and Steelseries and all their amazing sponsors. We're not sponsored with them right now, or not anymore, but we're hoping that they're considering us again. We would love nothing more than to be back with them. They are definitely probably the best sponsor to have in any game. I mean, they're StarCraft players, they're League of Legends players. You know, we want to be on that high caliber roster of teams they sponsor, and I know we made them proud at Columbus, you know, and we definitely want to be able to do that again. So, but let's talk very briefly about a few things about Black Ops 2. You know, we're gonna have another video with the whole team together talking about it, but you know, I really do want to like at least dabble a little bit into it. You know, this week is Gamescom in Europe. I believe it's in Cologne, Germany. So, you know, there's a lot of Call of Duty, especially Europe. They're very into, you know, first-person shooters and military shooters at that. So, what are like the two biggest things that you've seen out of all the multiplayer footage that we've seen so far that you're looking forward to, either just in general or competitive Call of Duty for esports or pub stomping or whatever?
Well, I am mind blown for watching that. Tell you the truth. The thing that I'm looking for the most is the spectator aspect of that, because as you know, a big reason why, you know, they took off Black Ops and, you know, Call of Duty is because of spectators mode. You know, a lot of people did not enjoy watching it, thought it was boring to watch. Well, in my opinion, you know, Call of Duty will always be Call of Duty, you know, no matter what they add to it. You know, I really do think that. But I think that what they did to this game, you know, it kind of changed my mind, because they added, like, I don't even know what to say. They added just so many things to it, you know, to the spectator mode, you know, where they could there's no words to describe it. It's just, you guys just gotta wait and see, and hopefully, you know, not just myself but everyone enjoys the game, and, you know, both playing and watching it.
Yeah, you know, definitely, you know, some of the weapons that I've seen, honestly, like the Type 25, you know, like that gun just looks amazing. And honestly, just some of the stuff, you know, the death machine. Have you, like, did you watch earlier's multiplayer footage? And then using the death machine? Tell me how ridiculous that gun is.
Pretty sick right there.
I mean, That gun is just so ridiculous. I mean, a big ass machine gun. It reminds me of Team Fortress 2 when you're playing as the heavy. I mean, that's essentially what you get when you play as that class in Team Fortress 2. It's a big ass machine gun.
Definitely.
So, the biggest thing for me that I liked, but I still have mixed feelings about, is the actual spectator mode of things, and the fact that like everyone can live stream. You know, with everyone live streaming, like not everyone has thought about how are you going to be able to live stream that. You know, obviously it's going to be built into the game, but how much of your bandwidth and your internet connection is it going to use? How is it going to feel if you have 8 people in one game, every single one of them live streaming? You know, how good is the quality going to be? How laggy is a player going to be based on their connection? You know, there's a lot of those little questions that have to be asked. You know, and I still think, you know, with the addition of the spectator mode, you know, that you get like the little scoreboard and everything onto the right-hand side, and it doesn't interfere with the actual gameplay. That's a nice addition. I do like that, you know, especially for when I'll be shoutcasting and streaming. It'll be great for me. And it'll definitely be great for YouTube videos and show matches and live streaming in general. But I still think that having actual hardware, you know, such as a Blackmagic Intensity Pro or a Hauppauge HD PVR, I think still those are going to be better, higher quality, because you're not pumping more bandwidth through one through one Ethernet cord. You know, when it's not going all through the Xbox. So in the Xbox, that's going to be more processing power that's going to be used. You know, how is that? Is that going to lag the game more on your end? Is that going to cause console lag, internet lag? You know, what is it going to do? You know, everyone needs to see and fully understand the concept of those. Do I love the idea? Abso-frickin-lutely. More people streaming is better. You know, you're pumping out more content. You're able to actually have individual point of views. But in the long term, like, are you going to be able to live stream when you're in a match-made game? What if every single person... Imagine being in Ground Wars, Joel, and every single person live streaming. How awful would that be?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ground War is already laggy enough, but, you know, it's just those little questions that you have to ask.
Definitely.
So as of right now, I'm still in the game. Microsoft has yet to kick me off Xbox Live, and right now it's 3-2. The Fly Society, yes, is losing. We were down 2-0 in the beginning, come back at 1. We were down 3-1, and then start making a little bit of a comeback here. But
yeah,
there you go.
right now, as you guys are watching, Cause just ended up killing Aches. It was a 2v1. He's actually gonna be playing the bomb right now, and he ends up clutching this, which is pretty good because, as you guys remember earlier, when I said we made a bad call out, and he ended up dying from Scumpy. Well, he gets his revenge, and he was pretty happy about it. And you're gonna see it here in a couple of seconds. What he does, he was fearless. He just went in there and annihilated. Yeah. Yeah. He just went in there and did his shit. All right, man. Just look at this. Just look at this.
You know,
Wow.
it's the one thing that I love about like members on Fly Society, man. Like, here we go.
Look, he does not care what's going on. He just goes
Caught
in
him
there and does
sleeping.
work. You know?
You know, like the biggest thing about players on Fly Society is the confidence level. You know, I mean, you saw the amount that the team's down. The team's down 2-0 in an S&D, and then ends up, you know, coming back 1, and then goes down 3-1. You know, the fact that only LvG needs 1 more. I mean, the biggest thing about this team is that the confidence level stays up, and it very, very rarely do you ever see members of Fly Society ever get down and like not want to play anymore.
And right now, Fusion was lagging the whole match, and look what he's gonna be doing. Fusion goes completely off. 3-3. Fusion picks up Eggs and TP. Not just as he picked both of them up, but he actually gets another one, which is Comfy. He ends up dying from Sensor, but Cause right here gets a nice shot on Sensor.
And then
we
that's
ended
when
up-
everyone screams at the top of their lungs, "Holy
And
shit, we
they-
just beat Leverage."
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, we weren't really like that, but we were pretty happy that we beat them. Like I said earlier, Cause was happy when we beat FaZe. I was happy we beat Leverage because you guys know I used to play with TP, so it was a good feeling to beat them.
Yeah.
And you know, this is not the only time we've beaten them. We've beaten them before.
Yeah.
So yeah, as the scoreboard, you know, Cause goes 6-4, I go 6-6, Fusion goes 6-7 with him lagging on red bar, and Option goes 3-4.
Yeah. So, but that will be it for now, everyone. We really do appreciate you coming on our YouTube, watching these videos. I know I want to give a few shout outs, obviously, and on behalf of me, Joel, and Fly Society, shout outs to always our biggest supporters, which have always been, you know, VVV. I mean, VVV is always such a big supporter of us. You know, even they may not show it all that much, but let me tell you, they keep in touch with us. They always ask how we're doing. I keep in really good touch with them. Everyone there, that community is just so great, you know. And obviously, a big shout out to Jerry. This is the first Jerry Prohaska, also known as Lord Jareth. He actually got a job at Riot Games, which they're the ones that made. They're the creators of League of Legends. Which, if you have a PC and you don't play League of Legends, you should be. They have more people than Call of Duty times 2. Okay. Obviously, and their sponsors, Steelseries, Gamer Grub, all of them, you know, just great supporters. They've always helped us out. Joel, any shout-outs?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to same, you know, a couple same people. VVV. You know, I really appreciate them, you know, sponsoring us for Black Ops scene. You know, I really enjoyed everything, all the gifts they gave us, and hopefully they enjoyed having us. Because I really do believe that, you know, we're actually one of the teams that, you know, stuck around. On top of that, on that note, you know, I want to give a shout out to Lord Jareth, and congratulations for getting hired or working at, you know, Riot Games. And I want to give another shout out to the new owner, I'm guessing, of VVV, and that is George.
What?
And that is George.
I wish.
Oh, dang, you're supposed to say the owner, which is
now Doomhammer.
Doomhammer, exactly.
Yeah, Doomhammer is now taking over, basically leadership of VVV. I know he's gonna do a fantastic job. Lord Jareth has the utmost confidence in him, and I wouldn't pick anyone else in VVV to take over the reins besides Doomhammer. He's been there since the beginning. He knows exactly how VVV is run, not only as a community but an organization. And Lord Jareth will still be a part of VVV. He'll still be here and there, you know, keeping an eye on things. He is the owner, and he will always be the owner. He will always have his place in VVV.
Give me a sec.
So, yeah, not a problem, man. So,
but yeah, you know, thank you guys for having us. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the videos, and we're gonna be uploading more videos soon.
Yep. As Black Ops 2 gets closer, we will be uploading more. Our next video we will have going over some Black Ops 2 footage from like a pro player aspect and amateur aspect. We'll have it all for you guys. But everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. You know, follow Twitter, blah blah blah. You guys know the deal. And yeah, that's it. Joel, do your thing.
Rig out.
Okay, I'm out, guys. Take care.